is tight. Who will rise in the heat of the night? The finish line's near, we're on the edge. Who's taking the crown? Who's falling off the ledge? Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. So thank you again for tuning in tight. BobbethTV, where we live the fight. The engines may cool, but the legend will grow. Till next time, welcome back to the show. Engines prime, the lights go low. The crowd is roaring, time to go. Thank you for joining, the spotlight's aglow. Welcome to the show, BobbethTV, let's roll. Bob on the mic, the voice of the night, calling every lap under fierce floodlights. Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. There goes Von Mead, ripping through the bend. Tomlin the Terminator, pushing to the end. John Bennett's drifting, Foxworth's on fire. McLean and Jackson climbing higher and higher. Travis still chasing Poudabah, but Chad's on fire. Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pound.
Alright, BobbethTV is live. You know what that means. We've got another episode of Mud Mule TV coming your way. It is the final episode for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's 3-day racing week. Thomas Dennis, thank you so much for the like, brother. Stopping by to say, have a great stream, Bob. Thank you, my man. I appreciate your support. Always here every week. Yeah, thank you so much. We're here for the Motorwear International Limited Late Models. So, Dirt Limited Late Models here at Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, USA. Eldora, the host for tonight's racing. Will be two main events, 15-lap Consi, 75-lap feature race. But we've still got some heat racing to go to get there first. Let's get down to the track, have a look at some of these times, see who has been doing what in practice. Dawson Potter picked up the victory in the Shula Racing Series yesterday, non-wing 360 sprints. Chad Poudabah is a 15.569 quick time, 15.591 for Josh Roberts. Alan Hunt, 15.639, which is the same time as fourth place Brian Angel. Brett Vanwood with a 15.653. See Chris Standridge there with a 15.661. Dawson Potter, 15.662. 15.677 for Michael Mad Dog Davis. Mikey mixed to 15.750 and 15.767 for Wayne Bridges. All right, I know it is the 9th of December in the States, 10th of December in Australia, so it's actually John Bennett's Australian birthday, so everyone wish John Bennett a happy Australian birthday for me. Not here tonight, but obviously we always happy to shout you out, brother. Oh. Looks like a quick time out there today Well, quick time now currently with the track worn out the way. It is 15.876, Chris Standridge. All right, practice has finished. Looks like we're going to move on over to qualifying. We'll get some heat races done and get to our main event action. So, already had a coffee, but it hasn't kicked in yet properly. So, we'll see how we go. Josh Roberts, thank you. Good luck out there, brother. Best of luck with qualifying. Wayne Bridges, Mikey Mix, the first two cars out on the track. Looks like the 8 of Brett Vanderwood also heading on out. Brian Angel looks like we'll be on the track shortly. So, yeah, the Outlaws getting out there early with Wayne Bridges, Mikey Mixter. In the share, Josh. Get out there and qualify, brother. Alan Hunt, 15.843, 15.848, and 16.026 is the top 3 times at this stage. 16.056, 16.099, so 16.1, the maximum time you want. 15.843 is the one you're aiming for. Alan Hunt, Chris Andrews, 15.843, 15.848. That is oh so close. Looks like 11 cars registered for today's race. 9 have qualified so far. Still waiting on, oh, there we go, Mike Davis, Brett Vanderwood. Josh Roberts. So Brett Vanderwood, new quick time 15.807. Josh Roberts 15.836. That's going to push Alan Hunt's 843 back to third place. Chris Andrews 15.848 fourth. And 15.865 for Brian Angel in fifth place. Chad Putterball's just got his time on there. 16.032. The 16.205 second lap. 15.906, sorry. Mad Dog 15.830 moves himself up into third quickest. It's going to push Yoda Outlaws, Brian Angel out of that top 5. So Yoda Outlaws first, 5th, and 6th. Oh, no, Chad Putterball 15.834. He's able to get that car into the top 5. Oh, we have to have any race sound. Kelly McKellen on the chat. Get out there and get him, fellas. Referring to, of course, Moto Digging Mafia. Michael Mad Dog Davis just rolling through the pits. The only car left out there that's still sort of playing around with the qualifying times. But about 2 minutes before we get on over to our heat races. Just a minute and a half till we throw on over. Looks like we're good to go. Thanks for the like, Dawson. Good luck. Hey, hey, hey. Boob. Sorry, Bob. No, you can call me Boob, Chris. My friends call me Boob. You're my friend. Just don't tell anyone I said that. All right, let's get it on over to grid heat 1. Looks like it's going to be 2 heats. Inside, outside line up for grabs. Brian Angel, thanks for the like and share. Also, brother, Brett Vanderwood, Mike Davis, front row. Alan Hunt and Brian Angel, second row. Mikey Mix and Wayne Bridges on that third and final row. Rosberg, USA, the last day of the racing week. The Knuckleheadz iRacing League. We started off the night, Sunday night US, Monday morning Australian, with the Reese Monument Dirt Street Stocks and the KP Plumbing European Modifieds. Then we head on over to the next night, which is the Wayneswood Arse Racing Series, and then the Shula Racing Series. That was last night. Tonight, Tuesday night in the States, Wednesday morning in Australia, we have the Motorwear International Limited Late Models. 2 more weeks of championship racing to go before Knuckleheadz iRacing League crown up to 5 champions. Pretty exciting. Thanks for the like also, Chris. Good luck out there in Heat 2, brother. Will be the lone Yoda Outlaws driver in Heat 2. Finish my drink, but we've got plenty of race, so I can go fill that up later. Right, off we go and racing Heat 2, Heat 1 underway. Brett Vanderwood, sorry, Mike Davis, Alan Hunt, then Brian Angel. Alan Hunt coming up on the inside of Mike Davis. Mike got a little bit loose there as he went to set. So the 92 has come to a stop. Caution has come out. Let's have a look, see what happened with Wayne Bridges there. First caution for the night. Just got caught up trying to set, and unfortunately, in avoiding it, threw himself up into the wall. Killer McCullen, there's no sound in the stream except for you, Bob. It does say that the racing sound is coming through now. And that was a little while ago that I did turn it back on, so it should be. Let me double check my side. Yeah, I can hear the race sound on Twitch. Let me check YouTube. Hopefully it's already come right.
I just want to know who or what.
Whoa. That was loud. How do I get to my live stuff?
I just want to know.
No. Go to my channel. Hopefully it's already come right.
I just want to know.
Yeah, I can hear the racing sound in there. Alright, they are lined back up. We're getting ready to get going again. Going to be Brett. Yoda Outlaws front row. Brett Vanderwood and Bright Angel Hiccups coming in. Perfect timing. Alan Hunt, Mikey Mixter, Mike Davis, the 5 cars on the field. Wayne Bridges still in the pits, but does look like he's rolling towards the exit, so he will join this restart. Brian Angel front row, Mike Mixter, Alan Hunt second row. Mike Davis and Wayne Bridges will line up behind each other on the inside line. As we get this one back underway, lap 6 of 7. A little bit of contact there between Alan Hunt and looks like 7 of Brian Angel. Oh, they've got the white flag and everyone has come to a big contact. As it looks like Mike Davis and Brett Vanderwood are going to race away with the race lead after that has happened. Michael Mad Dog Davis, it's not how you want to get your victories, but you're not going to knock them back That is for sure. Alright, results aren't coming through. Ah, there they go. They just weren't updating. I'll get that up now. Wayne Bridges in 6th, Yoda Outlaws, Brian Angel 5th, Mikey Mixter 4th, Alan Hunt 3rd, Brett Vanderwood, the Yoda Outlaws in 2nd, Promoting Maffias. Mike Davis will secure that mad Heat 1 victory. Now Heat 2, the outsider line to be decided. Josh Robertson, Chad Puddleball, front row. Chris Anderson, Travis McDonald, 2nd row. Dawson Potter on that 3rd and final row. Advance through past the Cruisey, just the winners. I'll have to get a jacket, it's a bit chilly. Like we're in the second week of summer in Australia, and you think Australia's hot, but not in Tasmania. It's not. Alright, off we go, and a racing champ with Josh Roberts, Chris Anderson, Travis McDonald, Dawson Potter. Still pretty much how they started, side by side by side. Oh, excellent. Sounds great. Perfect. Thank you, Kelly. Still pretty much set in their ways. Looks like Chad going to do that little slider line there, which is going to give Josh the run at his version of a slider line to try and take the race lead, which he does. Gets up on that high line there. 3 of 6 halfway in, 3 still to go, but Chad Puddleball not wasting that low line slide ups into exit. Josh is just going to repeat the same move again. They're just going to swap sliders backwards and forwards. Who's going to have the position? I think Josh, given that Chad's doing them in 1 and 2, Josh in 3 and 4, you're going to feel like Josh has got the advantage there. But, oh, had to slide up into the wall there to avoid contact, so that might actually end that run. As Josh stays in 2nd place for this lap. He's going to try and drop down low under Chad here in 1 and 2. He's going to take Chad's role. That's going to leave Chad the crossover in 3 and 4 as we get to the one. No, that was 3 and 4. This is 1 and 2. Last lap. Backstretch 3 and 4. Josh not going to be able to make a move, but Travis. Is Travis going to try and make a move on Josh out of nowhere there? He tries, but doesn't quite get him as our Heat 2 comes to a quick close. All right, Dawson Potter for KHR in 5th. Yoda Outlaws, Chris Standridge 4th. Travis McDonald 3rd. J&J Motorsports, Josh Roberts in 2nd. But DWR Dirt Warrior Racing, Chad Puddleball will take out the victory in Heat 2. That means our grid for our 15-lap Cruisey. 9 cars, 2 of those, a couple of them are going through to the feature race. So we've got Brett Vanderwood and Josh Roberts on that front row. Alan Hunt and Travis McDonald 2nd row. Mike and Mixter and Chris Standridge on that 3rd row. 4th row is Brian Angel and Dawson Potter. 5th row will be Wayne Bridges. looks like we're going to get this one in underway just a moment. Pace truck will leave the track. These 9 cars will race out the 15-lap Cruisey. Off we go and racing. Brett Vanderwood, Mikey mixed the Travis McDonald, Brian Angel, that's the 1 to 5. Standard quite away from Bridges and Alan Hunt, the 6 to 9. The 9 car limited late model field for the MOTO International late models here at Rosberg, USA, Eldora Speedway. Thank you to the Knuckleheadz iRacing League for putting on this week of racing action. That second row behind pole position start. Standard Mikey Mr. Brian Angel, that's 4th, 5th and 6th, and that is a fairly hotly contested spot right there. Looks like Dawson Potter wants a bit of the action as well. Really never fails to put on some good racing. Looks like Brian Angel making a move on teammate Chris Standridge there. He wants that 4th spot. It's going to allow him to continue that run and hopefully go for a podium finish. Chris might have that momentum build on the high line though as he gets that nose back into the race lead for him. Mark 8 laps in, 7 still to go. 8 still to go rather. Chris moving down low a little bit. I'm not sure if that's a smart move. He goes back up high on the straightaway, which is probably where you do want to be. Don't want those guys to get that run down the high line. Remain in this 15-lap Cruisey battle for the MOTO International Limited late models. Josh Roberts, our race leader, Brett Vanderwood, Travis McDonald, 2nd and 3rd. Brian Angel and teammate Chris Standridge, 4th and 5th. Dawson Potter, Mikey Mixter, Alan Hunt, and Wayne Bridges, 6 to 9. Second last, well, not coming up on the second last lap, this is the second last lap. Josh Roberts coming to the 3 and 4 for that second last time. He's going to get the white flag lap in just a moment. We'll jump down to him and have a quick look at his final lap run as he locks in the B main. There it is. Travis McDonald. Looked like he was beelining straight for him then. Alright, let's get our 9-car Cruisey results up on the screen here. Wayne Bridges in 9th. Alan Hunt 8th. KHR's very own Dawson Potter in 7th. Mikey Mixter in 6th. Yoda Outlaws picked up the 5th, 4th and 3rd spots. Chris Standridge, Brian Angel, Brett Vanderwood. Travis McDonald took out the 2nd place spot. And J&J Motorsports' Josh Roberts gets the victory. And we'll start behind Mike Davis on that second row pole position. let's get to the grid for this one. It is going to be Mike Davis and Chad Puttable on that front row. Oh, actually, let's have a quick look at points. Because T-Mac, Travis McDonald, they are a few points behind, but we'll assume it's Travis McDonald. So Mike Davis, Chad Puttable front row, Josh Roberts and Brian Angel second row, Brett Vanwood and Mikey Mixter third row, fourth row, Chris Standridge and Alan Hunt. Fifth row will be Dawson Potter and Wayne Bridges. Travis McDonald will be on that sixth and final row. No. Yeah, okay, I was going to say, it does not look like he's breaking away, but no, he is. He is breaking away. There he goes. Let's quickly fill my cordial bottle up. It's 5 laps, I'm going to need some hydration. Start of the race, 75 laps. This is the MOTO International Limited Late Models for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League as they get going. Oh. The crowd's just about to jump over to our other cams, but I think we've got a bit of a crash forming there. Chris Standridge coming down into Travis McDonald after getting turned around. So yeah, we'll just stay with our static cams for now. Just getting the cars lined back up. We'll get this one back underway. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to grab my jacket. Chilly. Alright, we'll let this one restart and then we'll just another quick caution. I'll run a shot and get my jacket then. But it's going to be Chad Puttable, Brian Angel front row, Josh Roberts and Brett Vanwood second row, Dawson Potter and Alan Hunt third row. Fourth row is Mike Davis and Wayne Bridges, Mikey Mixter and Travis McDonald on that fifth row with Chris Standridge back there at the EOL rear field. Screen there. Off we go, lap 3 of 75. We'll see if we can get this green flag run of our MOTO International Limited late models underway. Chad Puttable, Brian Angel, Josh Roberts, Brett Vanwood, Dawson Potter the 5, 6 to 11, Alan Hunt, Mike Davis, Wayne Bridges, Mikey Mixter, Travis McDonald, Chris Standridge. Dawson Potter there picked up his 4th win this season, his 4th win overall in league racing. So look out, he's in that top 5. You know he can be dangerous. Lap 8 of 75, still pretty much the same order. Chad Puttable, Brian Angel, Brett Vanwood, Josh Roberts, Dawson Potter, the 5. As we watch Dawson follow that longest line up there, they're all following the same line. No one's going to pass anyone doing that. Follow the leader will just mean you'll follow the leader. You will have no opportunities. That's why we see we see there that Brian Angel, he's going to be. Oh, he dropped down there, had a look. Don't know if he liked what he saw down there. Dawson's going to pop down there and have a squiz as well. Behind them, out on Hunt, Mike Davis, Mikey Mixter, Wayne Bridges, Chris Sanderson, Travis McDonald. Dawson Potter making a move for that 4th spot there as Brett Vanderwood falls back to the top 5 position. Supposed to continue that battle against the top 3 of Josh Roberts, Brian Angel and Chad Puttable. Excuse me. To 75. Just that one caution at the start of the battle. Brian Angel, Chad Puttable, Josh Roberts, Dawson Potter, Brett Vanderwood, the 5, Alan Hunt, Mike Davis, Mikey Mixter, Wayne Bridges, Chris Anderson, Travis McDonald, the 6 to 11. Still pretty much action. Green flag racing. No one really able to break away, but they are pretty much just, as I say, follow the leader. And that never really helps when you're trying to challenge someone because, yeah, you've got to race a slightly different line, different part of the track to be able to potentially get that extra speed. 23 of 75, almost a third of the way into this battle. 25 laps almost in, 50 still to go. There is so much racing still to come here tonight on It's on BobbethTV, courtesy of BobbethTV, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. All thanks to Knuckleheadz iRacing Leagues. MOTO International Limited late models. Just 2 more racing weeks to go before we crown a champion in this division. I do believe Travis McDonald might have Sorry about that. I'm not sure where that came from. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, T-Max got this one already sorted out. Of 75. Still pretty much the same order up the front. Dawson Potter's fallen out of the top 5. Brian Angel, Chapel, like Josh Roberts, top 3. Brett Van Wood, Alan Hunt, 4th and 5th. 6 to 11, though, is Dawson Potter, Chris Derrick, Mike Davis, Mike Mr. Wayne Bridges, Travis McDonald. Just the one caution so far. We're 31 laps in. 75 is our total. Of 75. We're still racing away here with Alan Hunt. He's in the top 5. Dawson Potter just behind him, wanting to get back in. Nice BobbethTV logo on the side of the car there, Alan. Thank you for the support. I just noticed that. Face there as well. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. About the halfway mark is, I think we're just past it. So just more laps have been raced than are remaining finally for the boys, which has got to be a good feeling. 75 laps is a marathon with lap 39 of 75 underway. Brian Angel starting to break away from that pack a little bit as he's Chad Puttable. Brian's got the race lead by about 9/10 of a second. About 1.9 over, 2 seconds over Josh Roberts in third. Oh, no, Josh falls back to fourth. Brett Vanderwood's going to move up into third. Lap 46 of 75, almost coming up in the final third of this race. 4 more laps to go, just 25 laps remaining, which is a feature race in itself, really. Josh Roberts is going to jump back into that top 5. All the way back to 8th from that top 5 run there. Brian Angel, Chad Puttable, Brent Vanderwood, Josh Roberts, Alan Hunt, the 5, Chris Dennis, Mike Mr. Traffic, Dora Dawes, Potter, Mike Davis, and Wayne Bridges, the 6 to 11. Coming into 3 and 4, we can see on the track map, Brian Andrew, Chad Puttable, Brett Vanderwood, Josh Roberts, Alan Hunt. Lap 51 is a go, just 25 laps remain. Crap. As we ride along with the 6th place Chris Standridge just outside of the top 5 with about 20 laps remaining in this battle. I'm just going to ban the stream elements bot. Caution out, 58 of 75. That's our second caution, I believe, for the feature race. It is. It's looks like it might have been T-Mac. Actually, no, Mikey mixed that. Let's have a look here. 22 to 22. But they had nose to bum action going on there. Mikey sort of tried to split the dial and got stuck up in the wall. reset to our restart cams. The first time in forever. And I'm just going to run to my bedroom and grab my jacket. I'll be back in one moment. Alright, there we go. Get lined up. Will it be a single file? I don't think it'll be still too early to go to single file, I reckon. We'll go another lap around the track. We'll get these ones set back up double wide. Might be single file restart here. Oh no, here we go. They are starting to line up double. No, they are staying single file. Or are they going double wide? I can't tell. I think they're staying single file. Pace trucks left the track. Brian Angel, Chad Puddleball, Brett Vanderwood, Josh Roberts, Alan Hunt, the 5, Chris Andrews, Dawson Potter, Travis McDonald, Wayne Bridges, Mike Davis, the 6 to 10. Mike Mister still currently in the pits. They delayed the caution. It says green flag, but no one's going. What's going on here? Have they called it at 60 laps?
Do your interview, Brian.
Hey guys,
have a good vacation.
I still got 6 laps of fuel.
Thank you.
Hey.
Oh, is that what's happened? We've run out of fuel.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did. So
no petrol, man.
Brian by default has won it.
He was in the lead at the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gave it to him. Tell him that.
Yeah, I was
Be sure it's
Hey,
coming,
I'll
Brian.
take it any way I can.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I
like
didn't realize you were still in here.
All right, well I'll jump down to the booth. I'll meet you down there, Brian.
Alrighty, sir.
All right, looks like a bit of a fuel concern out on the track. That has brought our race to an end 15 laps earlier than intended due to the scoring and the way that they've looked at the positioning on the race. Our winner here tonight, Brian Angel, currently second in points. We are a few weeks behind in the points, so I'm not sure exactly how big that gap actually is. I think it was 19 points 2 weeks ago, but we've had 2 races since then, plus this one here, which I don't know how they're going to score it because Travis is up there at first, and like obviously they've got a snapshot, so that's going to be very interesting. But only the 2 cautions. How the Knuckles? That must have been a bit of a hectic battle, just constant green flag racing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was. I thought about the bottom, but I've just always been fast there on the high side, and I knew Chad and Josh and Travis. You know, everybody in that group is fast, and I just had to put it up there and just white knuckle it the whole way.
Now, a lot of the guys did look down low a few times there, had a bit of a look to see if there was anything down there. A lot of them popped straight back up or got passed by the high line, which showed that, yeah, that you know, it pretty much, you basically, I feel like the race sort of strategy for a lot of you guys was just settle in and run the laps. Don't worry about anything else, and just let's tick these laps off. Um, and it was a big follow the leader. Sort of the first 5 cars for a lot of that race, for a good portion of it, were pretty much just following the car in front of them, making sure they hit their marks, make sure they didn't hit the car. You know, there's a little bit of nose to bum action going on, and some contact, but nothing crazy. Yeah, it looked like I don't know. Eldora is normally more of a 2-lane, sometimes the 3rd lane if you do the diamond racing and things like that. But it looked very much 1-lane racing tonight.
Yeah, it was. And early on, I would show Chris my nose down low.
Mhm.
I could not just get enough to get him clear, and so that told me it was just going to be a high side track, and so.
Yeah, it looked like everyone had that same sort of situation. Like I said, there was a few moments there where guys that aren't characteristically low-line drivers, Josh Roberts is one that has tried to incorporate it into his strategy, because obviously he's been pipped a few times like that, so he wants to sort of have that that counter. But yeah, he put the nose down there a few times, and Dawson, I feel like that might have been why Dawson sort of fell out of that top 5. He popped down there and had a look, and not long after that, unfortunately, fell out of that top 5, and geez, it was just so hard. It was such a battle. Even Chris, watching Chris, he was, I think he was part of that first incident right at the start of the race, and just trying to race his way back into that top half of the back half of the field was challenging enough. I think the late models, you guys are. I think out of all the different divisions, this one's the one where the race speed's the smallest gap between fastest and slowest. I think you were all very similar skill sets in the limiteds, and that just makes it very hard to do good in a race, but also, I imagine puts a bit of pressure on you to try and make sure you're not the one slipping up and allowing people to get past you.
Exactly. I mean, this is, which all the knuckleheads here are fast. And you can see by our practice times or qualifying times, we're all just there within striking distance. You just, if one guy bobbles, you got one guy behind him that's going to take that position. So
Yep.
It's a great track, great group of guys to race with. I mean, like I said, they're just fast.
Yeah. Yeah. No, well, looking at I've just got the practice results up, because that is a good point to put out there. From 1st to 11th, there was 2/10 of a time of time difference. Between 1st and 7th, there was you're 900ths of a second. So and then a lot of those were like Alan Hunt and yourself, 700ths of a second off the quick time. 0.084 for Brent, Chris Standridge 0.92, 0.93 for Dawson Potter. And then if we switch over to qualifying, it's even less of a gap. For practice, it was the slowest car was 237, 0.237 behind. But in qualifying, 0.207. So yeah,
yes,
and that gap up ahead, like looking at them now, obviously Brent qualified pole, but Josh 0.018, Mike Davis 0.25, 0.30 for Chad, 0.39 for Alan Hunt, 0.44 for Chris, for yourself 0.61. The times are oh so close. And with 2 weeks to go, like I know obviously the points haven't been updated yet, and I know that Travis does have a pretty good stranglehold on this one. I think with 2 weeks to go, you guys like Dawson, guys like Mike Davis, Alan Hunt as well, just keep doing what you're doing, because you're taking those points, taking those valuable points away from those that really, really do need them. And if you're not in the chase, look, and you're sort of in the chase as well for 2nd place, so even more so. But yeah, it's great that you guys are still coming out and putting on a massive show, even if you're not necessarily the points leader or the challenger for the points. It's just a testament to the driving that you guys put on.
Yeah. Again, like I said, these guys, one, is just an honor to race with them, but just to learn from them and be able to run the speeds that these guys are running and be competitive with them. I know Foxworth and I think somebody said it was like Travis myself, then Foxworth, 1, 2, and 3. Then I
Yep.
think Foxworth got the win last week, so he jumped ahead of me. So I think I got the win this week. I jumped back ahead of him.
Yeah.
So Travis, don't get me wrong, it would be great for somebody to run him down, and and him not just run away with it. But
He has worked hard.
yeah, I mean he's a heck of a driver, and he's earned every win in every position that he's gotten. So.
No, definitely, and that's what I like to see. It's and I mentioned this to you guys at the end of last season. You guys came in sort of in the last sort of bit of the tail end of the season, and we're really sort of settling in and acclimatizing well. And I was like, okay, let's see what you guys, what can the Eldora Outlaws dudes do with a full season under their belt. And yeah, we're seeing it. Obviously, you second place, fighting for second in the late models. Yourself, Brent and Chris. More often than not, really finishing and starting in very similar spots. And then it's sort of just the race deal that sort of has to sort of separate you guys in terms of where you finish. So it's awesome seeing people coming into the league, picking up new members and doing well. Because like you say, for guys like Alan Hunt, Chad, Mike, Josh, even Brent, I consider that run a win. Like, if I'm finishing in the top 5 in this league, I'd call that a win, because it's just such a we can harp on it all day. It's such a good league, but it's so competitive, so similarly matched. And like you said, if you learned a skill this morning on this track, no doubt by the end of next week, everyone else already knows what that was and how it's done, and how to better themselves from doing it. Because you don't gatekeep. You let the people know, because if they get better, you get better, and it's just all round great for everyone.
It is. Like I said, it's a great group of guys.
Most certainly is. Only 2 more weeks in the 2025 season to go, though. We're not going to wish it away just yet. So it's still that's still another 10 races to go. It's going to be a fun one. And then I know that they've already been planning the next season, so I doubt there'll be much time off before we dive straight back into. I reckon it'll just be that little Christmas break, and then 2026 will hit the ground running, and watch you guys start to form some awesome foundations again, and see if we can pass these championships around the teams a bit, the fields. All right, I'm starting to waffle a bit, which is a bit accustomed on a Wednesday morning for me at the end of the racing week. So I'll wrap that one up there. Congratulations, man. It's like I said to Dawson yesterday, I try and be unbiased as possible when dealing with leagues and drivers and things like that. But it's no secret we have our favourites from time to time. And look, don't tell Chris this, but you guys picking up Chris, obviously. I was always interested to see how you guys go, but you've picked up Chris, so you're not a bad bunch of guys. It's good to have you around, but just don't let him get too big ahead. All right, just keep him in check. But,
we will do what we can.
With that in mind, and look, I don't mind if you bring his name up again, because I'm sure he likes to hear it, but friends, family, and sponsors, who do you need to give a shout out to for making all this possible?
First and foremost, my girlfriend for letting me do this, and supporting me to do it. All the Yodas, Brent Vanderwood, who him and I and another guy, Kevin, started this, and couldn't be where we're at without him. Michael Butler.
I was going to say, we haven't forgotten about you, Michael.
Yeah, Mike's been working a lot right now, so he's not able to join us, but hopefully that'll change here in a week or so.
Excellent.
Everybody in KHR, every member in that group who has helped and just showed us and what to do and help us out, man. Can't thank those guys enough, from Josh, John, Wayne, Travis, Kent. I mean, just everybody. And especially Bob, to you for what you do for the league and everything, and announcing this and sharing it with everybody, and we can't thank you enough.
It's my pleasure. It's like I always say, I get to sit here and watch some awesome racing, talk to some great blokes afterwards, and I make a little bit of money on the side of it while I do it. So no, I'm living the dream doing this, and like you say, we can't. It sounds like it's one of those things where if we left the league, it'd be like, oh, here's all the secrets. But no, it truly is. I've worked with a number of leagues, some where, it wasn't the perfect one, but it's easy to talk good things about it and have fun. And then there's others that have just been really, really bad and competitive. And it may sound like we're blowing smoke up everyone's ass in this sense as an Australian phrase. I'm not sure if that actually translates in American, but hopefully. But it is literally you guys. It's a testament to everybody, not just the KHR bosses. Obviously, they've built a foundation that has welcomed in people and has enticed people to come in and race with us. But it's the drivers we pick up. It's the friends we make along the way, to get cliched. It's the drivers we pick up along the way that really, really make me proud to be a part of this. Guys like yourself, Yoda Outlaws. You come in, you pick up teammates from the division. There's other guys that just immediately get better. It's awesome. It's so good to see. And like I say, I'll ride these coattails as long as you guys will have me. So keep it up. And I feel like, this will be a regular thing for years to come. So it's going to be awesome. All right, my man. Well, that's the racing week for me done. I know a lot of you guys have some other stuff up for the rest of the racing week, so best of luck on those competitions. I hope you enjoy all the success that you guys do deserve. We'll have you back on our screen Sunday night US, Monday morning Australian, where we do it for 2 more weeks before we crown that champion. But until then, my man, bragging rights are yours. Congratulations on taking out the MOTO International Limited late models.
Thank you, Bob, and you have a great evening.
You too, brother. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
All right, that was Brian Angel. We had a bit of a fuel miscalculation on the track. Didn't make the 75 laps. Brian Angel in the chat as well, thanking Brett and Alan for the congratulations. I was just trying to read what Alan wrote, but yeah, he meant Brian Angel Senior. All right, guys and girls, thank you, Brian Angel. Thank you, Alan Hunt, Brett Venwell, Josh Ross, Chris Enrich, Thomas Dennis for jumping in to the chat. Also, Brent, Chris, Brian, Dawson, and Josh. Thomas for the likes and the shares. That's me for the racing week done. We'll be back again Sunday night US, Monday morning Australian to do it all over again. But until then, you know the drill. My name's Bob. Love yous all. Bye.